Got some tissues now. I'll edit out when I blow my nose. Not that thing, because I know what you like, you perverts. Especially you. That's really annoying. I thought the game's resolution had gone down, but it was actually just my eyes had gone fuzzy. Hello Internet, I am Firebolt, and welcome to Civilization 5, Part 23. Apologies in advance, I am quite ill today, but I sacrificed myself for you, so if you hear any sniffling and the fact that I sound like shit more than usual, then that's why. Not anything to do with professionalism or anything like that. Anyway, last time we killed England. That was fun. London shall be forever remembered as Milton Keynes. We also had a little bit more of a crack at the Ottomans, and we actually, well, we got two new cities, Gobble Gobble and Rose. That's in reference to Turkey. That was also helping Polynesia get Samson and Konya. And, well, everyone just sort of started turning on each other to the point where now the only allies I have, apart from city-states, are Japan, the Iroquois, and Brazil. And even that's a little unsteady. To be honest, I thought Japan would have been one of the first people to turn on me. But there's a lot of war going on, and a lot of backstabbing going on, and there's various little tatters of alliances going on where, you know, someone will be friends with me, but then someone backstabbed that person and whatever. It's all crazy and shit, so don't even go there. There is no alliance anymore. I'm just holding on to who's left and probably more pursuing my own empire and fighting anyone who disagrees with me. One of the things I was wanting to do this episode though, although it's probably not best to try and expand my empire even further, especially since I think Mongolia backstabbed me at some point, so I don't really care about what happens to them because of the Zulus, but generally the Zulus have been annoying me for what the entire— let's not do that. Yeah, that's good to go, but you can't take on a Lundi by yourself. So I'm gonna try and take some of the Zulu territory. And I don't really care about warmonger penalties anymore because they've gotten so high on me that basically I don't need any allies anymore because I've already— I own it all. I think it's 20 something cities I've got, something ridiculous. Anyway, I should definitely be wary though because there are little small alliances going about. If that means that some people decide to sort of build up because they're not strong enough on their own, then they might attack me from multiple angles, and considering I've got cities all over the world, I've got a lot of angles to be attacked from. That sounds more sexual than I planned, and now I'm making it worse by referencing that. Anyway, we are slightly unhappy. There are still some occupied cities, so hopefully that'll go away soonish. At this point, I mean, I've been wanting to get Oxford University for like the entire game, but I think I'm conquering too fast, and nobody actually builds universities except for me and some people that are interested in science. New Rome is currently starving, but you know, I don't think that actually means that it's losing population. It's fine. It's just gonna take longer than all of time to grow. Whatever. It will be happy soon, and we'll get some growth things. Anyway, yeah, we completed the World's Fair last time, and there's various city-state things going on. I've been trying to get some allies and friends in places, because got a lot of money floating about from building up my economy in various places, but it's still sort of like, there's just a few people that seem to be buying them out to ludicrous levels, so they've got like 100 influence more than me. And it's just like, well, what's the point in that? I can't even get any benefit out of that at that point, so I don't know, maybe there are some economies in the game actually better than mine, but not by the looks of it. I am worried that I am going to be attacked by someone. Arabia is probably my biggest worry. I did backstab them last time because some people started denouncing them, and I was like, well, sure, I'll just join in on that because I'm more interested in keeping these allies than Arabia. But then everyone backstabbed each other anyway. Well, at least I've got a few left. I haven't lost everybody, but I should be wary. I know these are probably on their way to deal with China because they did declare war on China, and these Brazilian pikemen, who are— they're my friends, are at war with career at the moment, which is always good. I like it when my enemies are at war. Have you got a fucking settler there? There's no fucking room on the earth to settle anywhere. I don't think you can take territory off of someone just by using a settler anyway, so I should be alright. Oh well, you'll just get some shitty mountains then. Oh, maybe you can have Sweden. Oh, you've already got it. Anyway, production in Rome, yes. Ooh, we got archaeology last time. I haven't really started on that. There's Brandenburg Gate. Do I want to start on building more units for my war with the that's what I'm planning to do this episode, because I really have just had enough of the Zulus. I've really not got artillery yet. I think that's what I'm researching at the moment. You're faster on that. I think Firebolt's possibly the fastest. Yes, you are. Firebolt, sure. Everyone's got like a free production slot at the moment because they just finished the World Fair. They're doing the Brandenburg Gate. That'll get them a great general and extra XP, because I never bother with barracks or anything of the likes, because I don't know, I usually don't actually develop my military, but I seem to have, but I don't do the experience thing. I just make a huge army. Let's just see what we've got coming around. I think I've used up a lot of my units. Just get them all down here, I'd say. So, a lot of them are asleep. Come on down to Bumfish, you cunts. Probably don't call you military cunts. That's generally not how you make them do what you want to. It's probably not a good tactic bringing down all my units to about the same place, but you know, whoever needed good tactics. The main thing is probably getting artillery around. Not artillery, because artillery is an actual unit, but artillery as in cannons. The cannons over here in Batman. The Polynesian Navy is not looking too friendly, but hopefully they're going home. We'll be fine. This cannon is apparently going over to New Rome, just because I wanted to safeguard that at least a little bit. I'm probably pissing off various city-states by running a cannon through their fucking territory, but, you know, what else can you do? We'll be ready in some amount of turns. Hopefully we don't get attacked in the meantime. I mean, I've got various places that it would be good to work. It's just I'm actually being slightly trapped. Yeah, it's going to take forever to get around there, but someone's got to do it. Okay, Rome, what will you be producing? Oh, we may as well get a bank just for some extra happiness. We'll get some riflemen over here, though. Should probably start on some archaeology somewhere. You know, I'll make the African cities can produce military units because they can get them over there fairly quickly. However, places elsewhere can do normal buildings or cultural things, whatever. So you could maybe produce a cannon in Rome here. How are we for antiquity sites? Because we did research archaeology, so there should be some antiquity sites around. There's one there. I mean, there's some in Zulu territory, which may well be ours soon. Have they got a bloody... Zulus are being missionaries for Buddhism now. I have to stamp it out for good with fucking great profits and shit. Still haven't gotten Protestantism out of pay. And I still don't know what these fucking Iroquois are doing over here. But yeah, we've got a fair few antiquity sites dotted around the place. So, we're not in shortage, shall we say. So, you know, may as well, if we're getting artifacts out, then we'll need museums first. You know, as with being more cultural, I guess that would be a good idea. As Upton is a bit vulnerable up here. Oh, you know what, I'm too tempted by the factory. If Caroland hasn't already got, no, it's got walls. Question is, should I go for a castle? It's sandwiched in a very risky place. I would recommend it. I'm going to go for the monument actually, because that's a very basic cultural building that I haven't got there yet apparently. If we need a bit of extra happiness, go for a stock exchange there. You know what, Mercury can work on our first archaeologist. It's going to take it a while, but it's going to need a museum to go in anyway, so that should be fine. We need happiness, zoos and the like. I mean, zoos just happiness, but bank is happiness, science and gold. So, may as well get banks. The happiness is because of capital, and I believe the science bonus is because of something within rationalism. Or a public school for even more science, but, you know what, bank. Oh, actually, yeah, Vegemite and Star Stuff are basically cut off from most of our aid, because we have to cross some sort of sea. I think it might be the Black Sea to get across to them, so wouldn't be bad if they had some defences there just to ward off attackers. Ooh, Mad's right next to Greece. Yeah, definitely get some walls there. You should be producing units. It's gonna take you a while, whatever it is, but get a rifleman. Oh, you take fucking forever to do anything. Why don't you have a lighthouse? For Christ's sake, you should really have a lighthouse. You got some walls there, so may as well get a factory there for you. You're kind of starving, so you know, I wouldn't mind like an aqueduct or just something for extra food. Milton Keynes. I mean, if a university is available, that's my priority. Have you already got a university here? Yeah, cool. Just gonna check who hasn't got universities yet. Batman, Gobble Gobble and Roast, which are all very low production cities. Milton Keynes hasn't got a courthouse yet. We'll get to work on it. Oh, we still got a great profit here. Yeah, go over to Pate. See if you can convert some of those pesky Protestants. I feel like I'm being very condescending to like a whole religious bloodbath that's happened over like 1,000 years or more. Well, at least, you know, it's a great prophet, not an inquisitor, which you can do to get rid of religion. Kamehameha has made peace with Suleiman. That does mean that, yeah, these guys are now pissing off. That's good to see. Well, it's a little nerve-wracking that they're right between this set of islands and Roast over here, but that's just how the cities fell. Hong Kong and Greece no longer allies. Greece is losing a few allies. Everyone's denouncing each other, but they're all dicks anyway. Set connection between Milton Keynes and Rome. I'm even unhappier, apparently. Should definitely be wary of Brazil. That stuff is not really in any position to defend itself, is it? It's getting defences there. That's the best, to be honest, it could do. And finally, we are getting a road through Germany. However, if we don't actually have open borders with them, then there's no fucking point of that road in the first place, so we're not getting a city connection there. I mean, as the Zulus say, oh, why are you fucking stacking up troops outside our borders? We can just say, oh, it's just a training exercise, something like that, because that's always gone well during history. Ooh, there's some new cotton up here. Not that anyone really wants to trade with me anymore, so it's kind of pointless getting new resources apart from for the sake of the cities. The bounty of nature is meant to be shared. I mean, it's a shitty trade deal. But fuck it, I've got 4 marble. I mean, could you afford just a little bit more? I mean, I know you're poor and all, but this is capitalism. No. Can I just get rid of the... I don't give a shit about that. Can you try like 5 at least? There we go. I don't give a shit about your horses and iron. Unless you're using cavalry, which are, to be honest, still some of the most useless units in the game, then you don't need horses, and iron is long behind us. I think medieval at the latest. To be honest, the Iroquois are probably still there. Might be just everyone's just got spare resources. This sort of happens with strategic resources if you don't start using them. I mean, in the late game, like late game, you do eventually start using resources, especially if you reach sort of the later things about uranium. One of the best units in the game is a giant death robot, which, you know, who could resist? I mean, you don't get a chance to really build many of them unless you play beyond the end of what's meant to be the game, which is 2050. But anyway, I can purchase something with faith. You fucking lied. Oh, it might be like a temple or something useless. Mad's finished its walls. May as well go for a museum then. There is basically nothing for you to work. Guess you could go up to New Rome, just in case India attacks. You can run away, because you're a worker, you wouldn't do anything anyway. Ooh, we got a frigate here now. Just quickly nip over here to heal for a bit. It's going to be a while before the units arrive anyway, so you got some time. Arabia and the Ottomans now, friends. Fucking great. We've got plenty of cotton. You're the only people that want anything anymore, so may as well give it to you for more money. Oh, I might have lost happiness because I lost a city-state friend or ally. Should maybe get a few more of those because I am swarming in quite a bit of money. Are they seriously trying to settle a city in like southern Greece? Probably gonna end up conquering it anyway because it'll be weak as shit. I mean, Iceland's up for grabs. May as well take something that's actually free. Could get Greenland. I mean, I know it's mostly useless snow tiles, but you know, there's some crabs there. Can have some crabs before I ban them in the World Congress or something. You're not gonna just recommend happiness buildings in places that don't really matter as much. New Rome, however, definitely should get some extra monarchy, like a monument is a very basic thing that New Rome should have. Ooh, there's some new dyes and gems available over here. May as well get some more useless luxury resources while I'm at it. Just gonna take this opportunity to blow my nose. Or not. I mean, this hardly surprising, I guess, but Brazil's declared war on Mongolia because fuck everything. I really hope they don't come to blows, but whatever, they're on opposite continents and they're kind of cornered by enemies anyway, so, or me. So now Vegemite does actually have some basic defense. May as well get a zoo. I mean, I don't really buy units that much, so may as well buy off some city-states. I'll get you down eventually. Hanoi. Dick. 1 influence. Fucking 1. I'm seriously worried by Brazil actually up here. Definitely gonna actually just build defences up here, because Brazil's definitely planning to conquer at least star stuff, and I don't have any military units over there to say anything about it, so may as well get some castles up and going sooner or later. You're gonna need some defences of India attacks, especially in the fucking atomic era, because Gandhi's a nuclear nut job. You just wait there with Vasco da Gama, got a new trade route. Probably gonna be with someone I hate. Oh, look at that, is. You just want wine. You're not even my fucking friend. Fuck off. Oh no. No, this is bad. You guys are actually kind of close. I guess there are cities between us, whatever. Everyone's declaring war on Genghis Khan. Apparently it's fashionable now. Nobody invited me. Maybe they did, and I just said, that's a fucking stupid idea. But still went ahead with it. Okay, well, I'm getting rid of the actual threat here, because Mongolia's been doing fuck all in the corner and just taking a beating from the Zulus, but you know, just join in, sure. Great, I'm also losing grasp on Samarkand. Ooh, we got a new social policy. Important thing, do we continue with Roman freedom, or do we finish off rationalism? What does completing rationalism get me? Free technology, and let's purchase great science in the industrial era with faith. Is it worth it? I guess so. 17% science plus 17% science from universities and science from trading posts would be great though. That's definitely gonna help me out in terms of getting a victory with science. Everyone's still getting in position, but only for a few more turns, and we might be able to finally have a crack at converting Pate. Got 2 followers of Satanism and a lot of pressure for Protestantism. That's my great profit expended, and now Pate is Satanist. Have we? No, we've not quite gotten rid of Protestantism. Is there a new Holy City page for things like that? There'll be a religion tab somewhere. It says the Holy City here. So, whilst Milton Keynes... Have I gotten rid of Buddhism in Milton Keynes? Yeah, whilst Milton Keynes is still the Holy City for Buddhism, it's not really popular. I'm not sure if there's a real world example. Probably, but it's probably like Zoroastrianism or religion no one gives a shit about. Basically the reason no one gives a shit about Zoroastrianism is because it was a Persian religion, and old buddy here Alexander kind of messed them up, so you know. But they had a good run. Can you not put German workers there? I can't do anything right now. Where are you going with this settler? You're gonna try settle it here, because that's a shitty place. You're gonna try settle it in the middle of fucking Sahara, because that's always gone well. You know, all the countries in the Sahara are doing brilliantly. You put it right smack dab over here, just to really annoy people. We're gonna actually try and settle it in this little fucking enclave of nothing here in my territory. No, it's nearly an enclave. Not quite. Is Wittenberg... Oh no, Wittenberg's at war with China. I was like, am I being attacked by Wittenberg? Ah, I remember the days where I relied on them for happiness, when I actually gave a shit about that and not just expanding the empire. Dynamite.
When men decide that all means are permitted to fight an evil, then their good becomes indistinguishable from the evil that they set out to destroy.
Okay, that does basically just mean that I get artillery which can shoot 3 tiles, which means that they can shoot without being shot on by a city or any ranged unit, I think. There might be some that can go up to 3, but they can fire without having to be fired upon by most things, at least. However, I can't actually produce any of them right now, because I mean, I could produce one in New Rome, but like, what would be the actual point? Anyway, as we're still suffering happiness penalties, how about we get a zoo over here? And we get a new technology. What might that be? Okay, so it's either biology, which reveals oil, comparable to the real world is really not as useful. Strategic resources rarely are for me, but I guess it depends what units you're building. But there's some that are just alright that you don't really need any oil for, like infantry, and they're fine. I mean, you need oil for your battleships, but if you got a carrier, then that can take your atomic bombs and shit. Got basically ground units apart from land ships, which are like the early version of tanks. They're kind of meant to be, I think, following on as sort of cavalry in a way. Oh, actually no, because they become attack helicopters later, cavalry. Anyway, basically oil's not that useful, although you do get a hospital with that, where you do need all the precursors, which might be like an aqueduct. But you might not actually get to producing a hospital, and it's also an additional trade route, but I'm not building any new trade routes at the moment. Anyway, the more interesting thing is probably actually getting into the modern era with things like the railroad, which would allow faster travel, although I would have to rebuild all the road tiles as railroads, which would take a millennia. It allows an additional trade route, gets you ability to build Neuschwanstein, which gets you gold, culture and happiness from castles, and must be built near a mountain, and also the Kremlin, but you need order for that. With freedom, replaceable parts might be my best bet for the Statue of Liberty, or radio, because I could get the Eiffel Tower, could get Broadway, I haven't got any constabularies or police stations, and there's broadcast towers which increase your culture by 1/3 in each city, although you must have a museum first. There's also flight, but to be honest, things like bombers and triplanes, well, first of all, won't be useful until I get biology, and there's also Prora, which is autocracy, and then there's things that I'm gonna say either replaceable parts or radio, and since Statue of Liberty and Great War Infantry, you don't really use Great War Infantry because you get infantry which are far superior pretty quickly after that, so you don't really need them that much. Is everyone in position? I mean, that one's still healing there. Oh, there's a few more cannons coming across. We got 2 here, and a bunch of Gatling guns, and far more riflemen. I think, to be honest, and also we got frigates here, we are ready to take a Lundy. This is probably a bad idea considering I'm already unhappy, and this might launch me into a revolution, but it's a key step in beating back the Zulus, and they're already busy with the Mongolians anyway, so surprise attack. Not that I'd be surprised if you had any knowledge of how surprise attacks work, or anything, to be honest, because pretty obvious when a fucking army's outside your door. There might be a few more people that arrive a bit late, but to be honest, that sort of staggers it so that we're not all cramped in one place. So we're ready. Vasco da Gama himself is actually going to launch the assault on Shaka. They've denounced us. This is going to be a warmonger penalty, but whatever. Make sure you put up a fight. Well, you're maybe going to want to take back this fighting word. I can't quite start firing from here. Oh, you can't fucking fire on a city, can you? Or is it the fact that there's a hill there? We'll just use these for bombarding their military units if they send any up my way. Charge in. May as well attack this missionary. Do we get this missionary? Ah, it's a Buddhist missionary. If it's a Buddhist missionary, may as well kill it. That's kind of depressing. These guys have fuck all range, but they do some pretty good damage against cities. Get these guys within 2 tiles. They're going to move slow through the jungles, but it'll be fine. Okay, let's see what their retaliation is. I've not yet struck them because I haven't had the shot. This is when Arabia or Brazil surprise announce that they're suddenly going to kill my entire empire or something. Ooh, they've got a trebuchet here. That's going to make things a bit annoying, but like a good challenge. Ooh, they're attacking Singapore. This does mean that Singapore is actually going to slightly hinder their invasion of Mongolia, although it might get killed in the process. Singapore's really not in a good position for this war. I should have really, warned them or something. Okay, well, Singapore could distract some of the military here. It's going to have its chance to fire back soon. The ships get in the battering, along with trebuchet shots. Not quite enough to take it down, though. Ambassador da Gama can just move to the other ship. Okay, Milan has declared war on Genghis Khan, Harun al-Rashid, Catherine, and Washington's declared war on Genghis Khan. America's now the ally of Milan, so whoever they're at war with That's going to affect that now. Okay, Milan I think is over in America anyway, so we should be alright. By the looks of it, yeah, Singapore's doing a fairly good job at attacking back. It's got some units. The city-states tend to be quite dense, because it's sort of like, oh, they're concentrating all of their production on this one place, they may as well defend it and stock it well. Ooh, great artist in Rome. Unfortunately, there is nowhere currently to place that great work. However, if you go over to Port Sam, I'm really worried where the settler's going, or actually Mad will be quicker. They'll have a museum over there ready for you. Anyway, let's start attacking this fuckwit. Not sure if I'll be launching attack on other cities in the Empire, but the key place to get is Alundi. What else is there to work? There's some deer up there that you can put a camp on. This still can't fire on anything. It's probably better off just moving over to here then, isn't it? We could start having a go at these guys down here. Because if we're moving fairly quickly, then we're going to need it to be softened up a bit before we arrive, aren't we? And we can always pull out if these guys start getting bit more damaged. Rifleman, attack. I got it. Don't remind me. Aria, you've now got an observatory. I would recommend getting a Colosseum, to be honest. Not sure where all this happiness is disappearing to, but I'm trying to make up for it where I can. Bismarck's everyone. It's apparently fashionable to clone on Genghis Khan at the moment. I'm a little busy with my own war, you know, getting the one that's actually been annoying people this entire time. Whatever. Arabia's denounced Brazil. Well, at least that means they won't be working together. I think they were close friends before. Kinda sad to see that torn apart, but all's fair in love and war. Iron is fucking useless. Oh, you have fuck all money. Gold. I'll give you marble and wine. And sugar. I've got plenty. Great. There we go, up to 1 happiness. Now everyone will start actually growing again, and we'll be straight back down to zilch in like 2 turns. Sejong has made peace with Pedro. Hopefully that means that he'll be withdrawing his troops, so I won't have to be so worrying about them attacking Star Stuff or something like that. But, you know, still anything can happen. I'm seriously slightly worried that Singapore's going to be taken at this point. I'm not worried about the riflemen getting attacked. They're basically there to be attacked. Ooh, should definitely withdraw. Although I could withdraw a little bit so that the city can't fire on me, and still I'd be able to attack their galley. There we go. They've destroyed a Zulu unit. Okay, Hanoi's given me a unit, however it's probably in Star Stuff. Might be useful, to be honest, if someone's going to attack me there. The places are starving. Sheriff can attack somebody. Ah, you got a tri-room here. Don't think I fancy your chances with that. However, you're welcome to try. What's this range? It's 2. I can still move away and attack this. It would be best if I get some help though from this frigate as well, because if that takes down that frigate, then it's a useless sacrifice basically. Anyway, this unit gets a promotion. Medic would actually be quite useful, or defense against range attacks. Depends how long you survive. You don't mind. Let's get our first artillery there. Got some more riflemen coming down from Greatville, newly produced. Oh, I think Rome might actually already be producing our first artillery, because it was producing a cannon, but seeing as artillery is an upgrade from a cannon, then it's just going to produce the artillery anyway. I mean, I'm suspecting this war's probably going to be over through some sort of peace deal before this even makes it down there, so may as well just keep something up here. Can fire with cannons now, and getting some ranged attacks in means that we don't actually have to take damage whilst attacking. There's one good thing about Gatling guns, even if they have shit all range. Gajamada completed Great Fort, Red Fort, same thing. Arabia's declared war on Mongolia. You're not going to have any impact on this. I'm having the most impact by actually dealing with the Zulus that are attacking them. To be honest, Mongolia should be thanking me, but they never will, because they're grateful cunts, just like everyone in this fucking game. I've been taking care of all the dickheads. You just haven't noticed me. Oh, well that rifleman's dead. Oh great, of course the fucking galley's gonna go inside the city. Seeing as these guys aren't being any use at the moment, and they're just gonna be torn to shreds by the city and the galley put together at least, I may as well retreat those for the moment, because I'm not even sure if I'm taking a Lundy at this point. It's a little uncertain. It's halfway down. I should be able to do it, especially if I've still got artillery and riflemen coming in, and it's basically surrounded still. Ooh. This is slightly ominous. because at least half of the civilizations in the game have reached the industrial era, or someone's reached the modern era, not me, maybe Arabia. Now, city-state allies also count as a delegate, which is slightly worrying, because I don't have a huge amount of them, which means that currently largest member, because he has 7 city-state allies, because that's kind of his bonus, is Alexander. Just step towards him getting diplomatic victory, and we're having a session today to determine the host, although I could be a bit sneaky. I could decide to back someone who's technically less popular, but that would maybe be slightly sympathetic to me. Yeah, Japan's my best bet. Japan's the only one that could draw with Greece, and I'm not sure what happened in a draw. To be honest, just gonna vote for myself, because I'm a selfish cunt. People will probably embargo Korea anyway, but I'm now not gonna be making the proposals. You can't really produce any ships. You're just so useless, Sheriff. Stone works, why not? Pay. Happiness would be good. Vasco da Gama. Actually, you know what you're meant for? Repairing fleets. It's a small fleet, but this has actually been promoted, so it has extra strength against naval units. Let's get double bombardment going on here. Most people can now attack. Ooh, this can actually be upgraded to artillery. I'll prioritize defeating Mundi. If this one attacks, then I think we can get it. Yes, come on. Motherfucking Zulu capital. Kinda have to annex it or create a puppet at least. Either or. I'm gonna be revolting. Let's just create a puppet for now. People are livid. I get that. But you know, what should we prioritize? People's happiness or defeating Zulus? I mean, if I go get Gung and Lovu, if there's not a peace deal before then, Kiev I want to liberate, and Beshbalak to get some good favour with the Mongolians. To be honest, I wouldn't mind. I'm running out of allies. I mean, I know everyone hates them right now, but everyone hates everyone right now, so it makes no fucking difference to me. Definitely wanting to liberate Kiev, because there's no point in me conquering it. They're going to be very grateful to me as well, I think. I'll take a turn to upgrade those cannons into artillery. You guys still need to come down here because the war's still on. Oh, I guess I should maybe build a road to Alundi. Don't know what's exactly happening with that yet, but it's definitely not worth doing anything with until it's out of resistance. So who's actually got their capital left? Because I might actually be in the running for domination victory, which is unusual for this many players, but because I've actually conquered a lot, it might be possible. So Singapore is being attacked, but I currently own 6 capitals. Oh, I'm the only one that actually owns anyone's. Okay, so 6 original capitals out of, I think it was 22. Yeah, maybe I'm not getting domination victory, unless I really pick up the pace and start just invading everyone. But that might not go too well, and it's easy to get a science victory here. Antwerp and Greece now allies, that's even more worrying for the World fucking Congress. And also if they attack me, that's like my next door neighbour, for Christ's sake. What's going on now? Great musician. Alexander was host as expected. I don't think I get any proposals. I don't know, we'll run out this session currently. There's also units that need healing and stuff. Basically if they're fairly low anyway, let's just heal them. I'm gonna guess Charles Ives. I've not heard of them, so they may well have been dead for less than 150 years. I think it's kind of true to what era it's in, so this will be a modern era, or this will be an industrial era composition probably. Not actually heard that before, apart from I think inside this game, so it's Variations on America by Charles Ives if you care. Sophia, you fancy being? No, 107. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's an issue enough that Greece keeps its influence for so long, but they're doing way more than that. Ooh, I can get Hanoi as an ally, to be honest. There we go. Took an ally off of Greece and added it to me. Oh, everywhere should be probably building happiness things, shouldn't they? We're no longer revolting. That's good. University's priority, Batman. Just keep you there for now. You think you'll survive? Oh no, they've just got a missionary there. I was gonna say, oh, they're gonna settle somewhere new. How quaint. Great general. Not gonna try to say that. Yeah, I think I can just capture them if I walk over them. Oh, and there's a cannon over here. Took your damn time. Still friends with Korea. Whatever. Can't hurt me, because guess what? I got castles over in fucking New Rome. Ooh, that is very close. Like that. 1 health point. Cutting it fine there. Singapore is now actually going to be helping me as well, because the units that would be coming up are now being distracted. It's useful to have allies. Should have known that before I pissed them all away by denouncing everyone. I didn't piss them away. They all pissed each other away. And I was just sort of there being an all-consuming empire. They were just like, this alliance probably isn't working. Fire on random triremes that seem to be trying to make it past me. Now these can fire 3 tiles away, which is exciting. There we go, that's also artillery now. And we have more artillery up here. We're getting a lot of artillery. Zoo, please. Happiness is a priority. Ooh, we got 2 workers up here now. Okay, so first proper attack. Not really doing anything concrete yet, just defend there, because you're not going to be much use. To be honest, I would be more concerned just getting rid of units over there, really. You attack, you retreat. Thank you, and just heal up. No point wasting you. Hey, I mean, you could get a hydro plant that requires aluminium. We've got some. That's extra production tiles next to a river, which you've got quite a few of. I would say that's probably quite useful. Science's funding increases the production of great scientists, engineers, and merchants by 33%, but also decreases the generation of writers, artists, and musicians. I don't really have much of a preference because I'm getting bonuses from both. Oh, we're now the first Council of Athens. So I'm just going to put all my votes on embargo in Korea. Most people will probably vote that down because most people prefer artists, writers, and musicians for some reason. Fuck it. I mean, as long as I've got extra ivory, probably do. Is that Singapore? Nope, that's... Gatling gun was killed. Okay, this is... Prioritize these guys. We've got plenty of artillery to bombard the city. Just someone will walk in there eventually. That'll be cool. Just deal with these units because they're starting to get on my fucking nerves. People are making peace. Ooh, Genghis Khan's even made peace with Shaka. Well, that won't help you much. But at least I've got some friendly help nearby with Singapore. Embargo Korea passes. That's actually probably not helpful for myself. Science funding was not passed. I don't really care. Bunch of peace treaties have ended. A little worried about how this war is going, but we got plenty of units. Nothing to fear. Ooh, this great artist now actually has somewhere to go. Great work done. We'll start work on archaeologists soon as well. Dwelling in the fucking mountain. Dwelling in the fucking mountains, mate. That's quite nice. Not sure what this means. Might be poetry. I'm gonna guess that's Mandarin? Just attack what units you can. These guys are ranged so they don't have to take damage when attacking. Got a bunch of riflemen over here. I think they do have a disadvantage against the MP because of a historical thing to do with gunpowder. Mad. But you're right. In between the Tigris and Euphrates, it would be mad for you not to get a hydro plant. Tigris and Euphrates was, I believe, where Mesopotamia was formed. I know my history, kind of. Yeah, definitely happiness buildings wherever I can get them. Okay, these guys are now ready to move down. However, they don't actually need to move too far down because they can set up 3 tiles away. You guys can't really be any use other than attacking the city, so may as well do that thing. You guys just construct a mine on those gems, and this caravan is going off to, I think Beijing's my best bet. By the way, World Congress, just quickly check. No one's proposed anything yet, but the top 2 do get to propose, so I now no longer actually have a say in how the World Congress works. Unless I get more city-state allies, which if I keep building up my money, then maybe. Just have a look to see if there's any sort of friends I've got, to be honest, because if I've got friends, then that's some of the work done for me to get an ally. Riga's my only real one, but that's still 64 influence. To be honest, still my best chance. I would just wait until I've got more money, because that actually is more, yep, more for your money. if you wait. I'm surprised they haven't offered me a peace deal yet, considering I've taken their fucking capital and I'm threatening to take their second largest city. But I think it's what they care about is damage to their military, because I can completely ignore someone's city and just defend myself very well, completely obliterating their military, and they'll basically give me a city just to get me to stop. Great, Japan's fucking denounced forever. Fucking hell. Okay, whatever. It's not like they're my closest neighbour or anything. Ooh, they are giving me best Balak. I'm not settling for that. Too bad. Guess we're just gonna have to continue this war. I'm gonna regret this. That's a unit gone. That's a unit gone. That's a unit. Ooh, nearly gone. Oh, that's a unit gone. Fucking hell. We've not placed this well. I'll settle for Kiev. If you're still up for a peace deal, I'll settle for Kiev. I've still got a huge force here, so I can still cut a huge chunk in your empire. I don't really give a shit about Best Balak. It's yours, but if I can liberate a city-state, then that means I don't get the happiness penalty, but I am actually possibly getting myself an ally. Cities we all like to visit. Rome is the highest in tourism. And Firebolt on 9th. I doubt Karakorum would be that high in Firebolt, and obviously not in the real world, but some of these are kind of quite high tourist destinations in the real world. It's just a shame Paris was burnt to the ground. Well, not burnt to the ground, but turned into Vegemite. Same thing, really. Oh! Shaka the Great of the Zulus being so humble, I know when I'm staring defeat in the face. Well, thank you. I'm gonna need Kiev. That's it. Until you give up Kiev, I'm just gonna keep bombarding you. I'm gonna take it myself anyway. New Rome, there's a river there. I don't want to use up all my aluminium. I could do with the happiness, especially if I'm taking that long one that I can't pronounce. Yeah, go for a bank. Just quickly bribe Riga. Not quite, still 30 I need, but we'll get there. Oh, come on, someone should be able to just walk right in there, right? You can't. You can fire on it though. Can you not just move into it without a melee unit? I'll have to hope that they survive, or anyone can survive to just walk in there. But I've got all the artillery in the world here just to keep it down if I need to, as well as bombard anyone else that gets on my nerves. And just keep the artillery coming, because I'm not giving up on this war until I get Kiev. I'm liberating it, but I'm still not giving up. Well, at least Singapore's still there just to do some minor distractions here. Another unit gone. That's taking a battering. I've got artillery that can fire on those guys, and the riflemen can surround them. It's just I've lost a lot of army here. I'm now possibly susceptible to another attack. Enemy has been spotted near Gobble Gobble. Don't know what you're doing over there. Roast. Have you got a university? Oh, you haven't even got a library. That's fine. Okay, it's going to be 2 turns before you can move in there anyway. You really shouldn't have moved that way anyway. Not a lost cause yet. Like how I call it, it's not a lost cause yet when I'm blatantly winning this war. So maybe try playing this game at some point on some of the higher difficulties. You know, it's kind of a coin toss for me if I'm going to win. Because this has been one of my best games because I've just conquered so much. I mean, that might not necessarily be that good for me in terms of happiness or whatever, but I'm usually not this happy anyway. But it's definitely a huge boost to science having 20 whatever cities I've got right now. Shit. Shit, shitting Christ, shit. Fuck. Double fuck. 12 turns for another rifleman. If I save up a bit, I could probably just buy one. Should I annex this? I'm at 0 happiness after annexing this. It's gonna be like 8 extra happy. Oh, 4. Okay, that's not too bad. And it also means I can now make it produce a courthouse and later a university. I will eventually get Oxford University unless someone snatches it up from me, and then I'll just invade them. The Lundy courthouse is first priority. Just deal with those there. It's gonna take far too long to move over. How far are you to promotion? Not far enough. Keep up the fireworks. See, just having artillery is not good, because if I don't actually have anything to occupy the city, then you know I can't just keep them at bay with a fucking massive cannon, because it's kind of a bit overkill for rioters and stuff. I'm just wanting to heal this so I actually keep this safe. There's no point in doing anything with that, apart from if I really need to bombard these guys. Got cover and fire for this guy, so that's safe. Gobble Gobble can fire on this. Why are you sending a fucking caravel over here? It's just annoying. Starstuff finished its castle, which is still looking like Brazil's about to fucking attack me, which, to be honest, everyone's fucking betraying me anyway. I think I've only got Brazil and Iroquois left. At least the Iroquois have stood by me, they're my earliest allies. That's something to hold on to as we cry. Just go for a fucking bank. What is the price of your cheapest melee unit? Landsknecht, 180. It's a cheap move, but it can be there in next turn. Do it. You guys, however, you've just finished your courthouse, which is wonderful. You need to get to work on a library though. Ooh, we're about to enter the modern era with replaceable parts as well. Hiawatha has made peace with Suleiman. Didn't know you were at war. But to be honest, I don't know who's at war with anyone at the moment. See, normally I do hold back on wars. I maybe take a city here and there. I mainly am defensive with my military. So maybe that's why, you know, there's been no sort of strong alliance holding up here. Okay, well that Landsknecht just died. We didn't need to be so brutal with that. I could just keep throwing them at it. I've still got money. I'm nearly recovering enough to get a Landsknecht each time, so I just basically need to keep it up long enough that I've got something to take.
Nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small chunks.
Is that Henry Ford? Probably someone that's not done a lot of hard work. Yeah, that may not be fair, but not a great guy from what I remember. Ooh, we got some new upgrades. You there? Heal instantly. How wonderful is that? You could just do that. Keep it down. Okay, rifleman still coming over here. Okay, let's just take care of this little fuckwit here. Oh, we got a new spy as well in the modern era. So we got an unassigned spy. Yes. Most obvious target would be, I would say, Riga, because they're close to being my ally, and I'm needing money for war and shit, so can't really be bothered with that. I'm just gonna take 49 turns to produce the Statue of Liberty over here. How long did it take in Firebolt? Because that's the wonder place. That's why it's tourism so high. 40 still. You know what? As a nice little away from everything, apart from Japan, which might betray me at any point. It's already betrayed me in some ways. Let's just build Statue of Liberty in Orbiton. Also means we get new technology. I would say either radio or biology. Let's go radio, because we could get Broadway and the Eiffel Tower. All very nice, and I think it also unlocks the Olympics in the World Congress, but I'm not proposing anymore, so I can't really help anything to do with that. Should I be worried that Polynesia and Japan are like okay, Japan has announced the Iroquois, but Polynesia and Japan have got massive armies right next to me. A little bit worried. That ship is putting up a damn good fight. It's just a few like steps away from getting this. Just give me more money. Don't care about your fucking embassy. Fine. 5 gold is gonna be a real cunt. City connection broken. Between Pate and Rome. Someone pillaged a road somewhere. Oh no. Greece has just been a cunt and expanded right in there. That's a ball lake and a half. Vegemite. Zoo for you. Oh, and you could definitely do with a nice heal. You could just do with running away, to be honest. I mean, you don't really need to be here anymore, do you? Here's the big run. You can attack next turn. You know, it's pot luck if Etsy gets there. Okay, well, let's take out everything surrounding it. Just a big shot. I don't know why, but that unit's health was just halved for seemingly no reason. I don't know, maybe it did some auto calculations a bit ahead of time. No! 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 Christ on a fucking dick bicycle. Why? Oh, you were so annoying. I'm gonna have to buy another unit. Whatever, fuck off. Just... Lance who's stronger, it's actually got a better chance of making it. Get rid of that MP. Got an even clearer shot at this now. Swear we've been cheated out of this fucking thing. Really stupid that you can't just like walk in there when it's at 0 health, but that's how ranged units work. Museum is done in Port Sam. Start some work on archaeologists, I suppose. Actually, zoo, yeah, happiness, because I'm about to at least puppet that city, so Okay, well, this is in the middle of nowhere now. No, you just got interrupted. Because Brazil's apparently walking straight through my fucking territory. I don't know who's attacking who. There could be surprise attacks going on. So I don't know if it's just, oh, there's a massive army outside my door. Could be from a neighbour. Who knows? I mean, these guys definitely do seem to be just passing by. So I'm going to leave them be for now. Did Japan declare war on Polynesia? Or Mongolia? That's it. Oh, they're probably going down to actually deal with Mongolia. All that shit on its last legs. With an army so weak, we've been battering one of the strongest armies other than our own in the game for the last fucking decade. Okay, this Lancer is our last shot, and as a cavalry based unit it does have the best chance. You are getting cover and you are moving out of the way so this can have a straight run down the fucking road. This turn, do not attack yet. Clear the way, now attack. And just like that it falls. Create puppet, I don't want a revolt. And now, go for a peace deal? I'm really hoping you agree to this now. I'll throw in some money. I've got like 91 gold per turn. If I have to take Kiev myself, I'm going to be really mad. I'll throw in some marble. I'll throw in some wine. Some truffles. Some salt. A pile of money. Don't know why I want them liberated so bad. Really holding on to Kiev. What's so special about it? Oh well, it's next. Well, I definitely need to get some more units in production, which are now Great War Infantry because I got replaceable parts. Oh, that's going to take a fucking eon over here. You guys in Sheriff, Colosseum, New Rome. You can get an opera house here. If you haven't, you got a university, haven't you? Yeah, so just go for a monument. That Lance is our best chance at actually charging anything. Okay, let's hold back for a little while, just to heal up a little bit. I'm not opening with orders to Montezuma. 23 cities, so now I have a city for every part of this fucking series. Beshbalak's now actually the capital. That's how much they've lost. We've now got a missionary here, although is that, yeah, it's a Buddhist missionary. Kill it then. Rome. Could really do with some more infantry, thank you. I'm expecting a war with Greece at some point. There's various people that just seem to be building settlers that are going nowhere, and armies are just ploughing through my territory for some reason or another. It might be to kill me, but I've got 23 fucking cities, so good luck. You kill one of them, like, it's just sort of like, oh, you poked me. So devastated. No longer ally of Singapore, that's not a good thing. Quickly pay them. Thank you. Okay. Great, now you're my ally again. Artillery, you can, if you have visibility, you could fire. You get a minor victory on those crossbowmen there. Or if you just charge straight in. I mean, I would like to keep you safe, but it's probably more worthwhile just having actually a shot at these guys. I'm gonna finish this when I take Kiev, or when they give Kiev to me, because I want to liberate Kiev. That is my goal for the end of this episode. Oh, well, that's dead. Hope I enjoyed my one bit of infantry, because when's the next one actually going to come in? 12 turns? I think that might be the earliest. At least we got some, still got some help from Singapore here, because I brought them back. But I might just have to buy another Lancer to sprint to Kiev to finish that off if I'm just pummeling it with artillery, but I've got nothing to actually walk in there. There we go. That's significantly lowered its health now. But just, oh, I've already got enough money to buy another unit here to fix that. No, does that mean that I can't buy units here? You city is puppet, just for your city. Doesn't mean I can buy units here. God damn it, I'll have to buy them from up here then. Lancer still costs 520. Langschneck would be cheaper. If it survives, keep it, and it can move straight away, so it'll be ready, and it can be upgraded for a fairly hefty price. You may as well move in already. This worker, however, I wouldn't mind a road down to Alundi, because that's going to need to be back into, well, it's going to need to enter into our network so that we've got that going, and I think it's already got a connection to Mgung and Lovu. I'm going to have to change that because I can't fucking pronounce that. Oh, I forgot to fire on this. There we go. Fucking hell, you've got rockets now because it's the modern era. Okay, bit overkill. Pate, you're working on a zoo. I wouldn't be actually too against just wiping the Zulus off the map in the next episode, but Kiev for this episode. Depends what they're willing to give me in peace treaty, because if they give me November, then, you know what, I'm fine leaving Westmalic. It's Mongolia's anyway. Not my business. Level the playing field a little bit. If you want to end this war, you give me Kiev. Oh, you've got Geronimo as well. I swear I had Geronimo. Maybe they repeat great generals after a while. Because there's a lot of people on the map, there's going to be a lot of great generals, especially with the amount of war there's been in this fucking game. You can now fire better on rough terrain. You don't need to heal at the moment. We're about to waltz in there anyway, so that'll be all cool. And new social policy as well. Finish off rationalism as well. Boost science game for I've not done any research agreements, but does mean I get a free tech. May as well make that something that takes a while to get. Probably not flight. Let's go for railroad. And now everywhere I'm going to start producing railroads, so my workers will actually have something to do. Wonderful. Wheatley over here. Might want to build some walls there. Yeah, may as well be safe. Mercury. Ooh, you got an archaeologist. We'll start that next time. Temples give you happiness, apparently. Why not actually do something with our faith? You are wasted over here. Just get back to civilization at some point. If it's quicker, just move these guys out of the way so there's actually someone to walk in there. Well, we're still just going to be bombarding anyone within range just in case they do anything. Should mean that they're on guard. Just really hope they don't attack my Landsknecht, because that would be really fucking irritating. Okay, archaeologist, construct archaeological dig, and you guys construct a camp. They haven't attacked my Landsknecht, which means that they can walk straight through the front door after I bombard it with those back 2 artillery. And those guys have dealt with them before they were even a problem. I could even walk on till November in the next episode, if I wanted to. Might not. I might show mercy to our dear Zulus as I destroy that last galley. There we go. With fucking rockets. Feels a bit unfair firing on a wooden ship with rockets. It's a very costly attack, but if it's at 0 then it does not enough there. And we've got Kiev. But I am liberating it, and now Kiev is automatically my ally. Now, would you like a peace deal? Because I'd be willing to take November off of you. Don't see a reason not actually to continue this war and just get rid of the Zulus, because I fucking hate the Zulus, they're fucking cunts. Gotta never fucking say though. You don't need that, that is one fucking hut, but it's got some silk, so you're right. Anyway, gonna end it there. This has been a very long episode, but we have liberated Kiev, and that's the moral of the story. As long as you liberate Kiev, you're doing the right thing. We feel freedom as we conquer half of it, but they were dickheads anyway. Anyway, yes, even more empire, but we can pretend to be moral if we liberate places and move our Gatling gun randomly down there. Anyway, I'm not sure we even have the military to sustain this war, but I'll keep paying for the odd Landsknecht just to walk into a city and just bombard it with artillery. It's incredibly easy to beat a low-tech civ with high-tech artillery. Anyway, gonna finish up there before I create fucking Lord of the Rings. So basically that entire thing was hitting back at the Zulus, which I very much enjoyed. We will be naming into something I can actually talk say, and Alundi into something more fun. Anyway, I have been Firebolt, and this has been Civilization 5 Part 23.